Dear students, today I will go with class 9th. Subject is mathematics. This is your book of maths of Selena publication. Let us do first chapter. Your first chapter is rational and irrational numbers. Rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers you have done in 8th class also. Irrational numbers are new for you. The numbers which are not rational, they are called irrational numbers. Let us revise for rational numbers. Rational numbers are the numbers which we can write in A upon B form. Here B should not be is equal to 0. Condition is this कि denominator should not be is equal to 0. If any number can be written in this form, that number is rational number. If a number is not a rational number, automatically it will be an irrational number. Now, in the introduction, it is written the complete number system is divided into two types of number. First is imaginary number and second one is real numbers. Imaginary numbers like -4 square root. This is imaginary number because you can't calculate minus square root of -4, but you can calculate square root of 4, that is 2. So 2 is a real number. Like also -5 square root is imaginary, but square root 5 is real number. So here we can summarize that if square root contains negative number, that means it is imaginary number. Here chart is also given. Real numbers are the combination of rational and irrational numbers. So rational numbers are also again divided into integers and non-integral rational numbers. These you already know. What are the integers? The number which can represent on number line. That numbers are called integers, like negative, 0 and positive numbers. They can represent on number line. They are called integers. And integers are also here written negative integers, 0 and positive integers. And 0 and positive integers are called whole numbers. So all these group formed real number. Then I send you first assignment. Here it is clearly written real numbers, rational numbers and irrational number. And rational numbers are number which can be expressed as A upon B, where A and B are integers and B should not is equal to 0 is called a rational number. So it is also written in your book. Then here some properties are written. You can go through by yourself. Then next topic is decimal representation of rational numbers. You can say that rational numbers also can be represented as decimal numbers, like 3 upon 10. We can write it into decimal form 0.3. So 3 upon 10 is a rational number. Sometimes we divide number like 3 upon 7. So when we calculate it, decimal form will contain many digits. So here it is the end of digits, so we can write it terminating decimals. Suppose your number contain digits like 0.34, 5, 7, 9 and so on. Means here is not the end of digits. So we will say कि it is a non-terminating decimals. Now I think it is clear कि what is terminating decimal and what is non-terminating decimal. If you have decimal representation and here is the end of digits, you will say कि it is a terminating decimal representation. But in case your digits in the number after decimals are not repeating and they have no end, so we will say कि this number is a non-terminating decimals. So here it is also written terminating, non-terminating. I think it is clear. And non-terminating recurring decimals. I will explain to you कि if 1 upon 8 is there, if we will divide with 1 with 8, answer is 0.125. So here is the end of digits. So we will say कि terminating decimals. Also here no digit is repeating, here also. So we will say कि it is a terminating decimals. In the example B, if 3 upon 7 is there, here decimal representation is 0.428571428 and dots are written here. It means it has no end. Here is also no end point. So we will say कि this decimal is a non-terminating. But here in this case 4 upon 9, when we will divide 4 with 9, answer is 0.444, means one digit is repeating. Here 3, then 6 digit is repeating. So 4 is repeating again and again. So we will say कि this is a non-terminating repeating decimals. Means 4 is repeating here. So we will say कि it is a non-terminating and repeating decimals. Here also we can say कि it is a non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. Here is no digit is repeating. So we will say कि it is a non-terminating and non-repeating. But if here it is repeating, suppose here is repeating 5, 7, 1, 4, 2. This set is repeating 5, 7, 1, 4, 2. It is repeating again and again. So we will say कि this decimal expansion is non-terminating and repeating decimal. But if it is not repeating, then we will say कि it is non-terminating and non-repeating. Now without an actual calculation, how we can say कि this is terminating, this is non-terminating, I will explain to you. First of all, see the denominator. For example, we have a number 7 upon 16. I am taking example from here. 7 upon 16. So we will make the factors of 16. So make the factors of 16. So divide with 2. 8 will come here. So again with 2, 4. Then 2. So we can write 16 is equal to 2 multiply 2, 2 multiply 2 multiply by 2. So we can write it 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 raised to power 4. If your denominator has a factor of 2 and 5, if your denominator has factors of 2 and 5, means denominator has factor of 2 and 5, means denominator contains 2 and 5, then number is terminating decimal representation. But if your denominator contains any other factor rather than 2 and 5, then you will say it is a non-terminating decimal representation. So I also done here in the assignment. Like second part, 23 upon 125. So we will make the factors of 125, divide with 5. So 25 we will get, then again divide with 5. So also we can write 125 is equal to 5 multiply by 5 multiply by 5. So we can write 2 raised to power 0 means no 2 is here. 2 raised to power 2 means 1. So 5 raised to power 3. So 125 can be expressed as 2 raised to power m. M means any number. So 5 raised to power n means denominator contains factor of 2 and 5. So it has a terminating decimal representation. Third part, 9 upon 14. 9 upon 14. We will make the factors of 14. Divide with 2, 7. Then 7 will come here. So 14 is equal to 2 multiply by 7. We can write 2 raised to power 1, 7 raised to power 1. So it contains the factors of 2 raised to power m, 5 raised to power n, means 2 is here but 5 is not here. It doesn't contain 2 and 5, it contains 7. So its decimal representation will be non-terminating. Again, let us take one example. Fourth part is 32 upon 45. Let us make the factors of 45. Divide with 3, 15, 5, 1. Then 45 is equal to 3 multiply by 3 multiply by 5. 3 2 times. So we will write 3 raised to power 2 multiply 5 raised to power 1. So it should contain 2 raised to power m, 5 raised to power n. So 5 is here but 2 is not here. Here is number 3. If 2 will be there, then it will be terminating, but now here is 3. It doesn't contain 2 raised to power m into 5 raised to power n form. So it is non-terminating decimal representation. I think this is clear to you. So also I am going to revise question number 1. Exercise first A. Is 0 a rational number? Can it be written in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q should not is equal to 0? Yes. You have also done in 8th class also. 0 is a rational number. Yes, it can be written in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not is equal to 0. 0, because 0 we can write 0 upon 1. Then question number 2 is, are the following statements true or false? Give reasons for your answer. First one is, every whole number is a natural number. No. Why? Because whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. But natural number, it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. If 0 is here, so it means it is a whole number. But if 0 is missed, that means it is a natural numbers. So if we will leave 0, all the numbers comes here. So every whole number is a natural number. Every whole number is not possible because 0 is here. Other numbers we can say कि it contains in natural number, but all the natural numbers can be whole number. So first answer is false. Then second one is every whole number is a rational number. Yes, every whole number is a rational number. Also 0, because we can write it 0 upon 1. Next is 1 upon 1, 2 upon 1 and so on. So second part is true. Then third is every integer is a rational number. Yes, every integer can be written in the form of P upon Q. So third part answer is true. Fourth is every rational number is a whole number. False. 4 upon 5 is a rational number, but it is not a whole number. Means rational number cannot be a whole number. Understood? Now question number 3. Arrange minus 5 upon 9, 7 upon 12, minus 2 upon 3 and 11 over 18 in the ascending order of magnitude. This you have already done in 8th class also. How you will solve this? First of all, you will take the LCM of 9, 12, 3 and 18. Take the LCM. 9, 12, 3 and 18. Take the LCM. We will divide with 3. 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 6 3s are 18. Again divide with 3. 3 1s are 3, 4 as it is, 3 2s are 6. So divide with 2, 2, 1, 1, then again with 2. LCM is equal to multiply these. So 3 multiply 3 multiply 2 multiply 2. So 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 18 2s are 36. Now we will make the denominator is equal to 36. First rational number is minus 5 upon 9. Now 36 divide with 9. 36 divide with 9 and its answer is 4. So 4 multiply by numerator and denominator. So minus 20 upon 36. Then 7 upon 12. Now divide 36 with 12. Its answer is 3. So multiply here with 3 and denominator. So 21 upon 36. Next rational number is minus 2 upon 3. 36 divided with 3. 12. So multiply numerator with 12 and denominator also with 12. So answer is minus 24 upon 36. Next 11 upon 18. So 36 divided by 18, 2. So multiply here with 2. 22 upon 36. Now from these new rational numbers, we will have to arrange them in ascending order of their magnitude. Ascending means first of all we will write smaller rational number, then bigger, then biggest. So smaller is, these two are negative, compare them, this will be the smallest. So minus 24 upon 36, smaller than, next one is minus 20 upon 36, next one, compare these two, 21 upon 36, 22 upon 36. Now its actual number is minus 2 upon 3, and minus 5 upon 9, then 7 upon 12, then 11 upon 18. This is the answer. Now again they are saying find the difference between largest and the smallest of these rational numbers. Express the difference as a decimal fraction correct to one decimal place. Now biggest is this 11 upon 18 and smallest is this minus 2 upon 3. So 11 upon 18 minus minus plus 2 upon 3. This you will solve by taking LCM of 18 and 3. I think it is very easy. Divide with 3, 6, 1. Now 6. So LCM is 3 into 6 is equal to 18. So 18. Now 18 divided with 18, that is 1. 11 ones are 11. Then 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 twos are 12. Add these. It will be 23 upon 18. Now divide this and change into the decimal form. Similarly, you can do question number 4 by yourself. Same, by taking LCM, you will compare these numbers and you will write in the descending order. Means first of all you will write the biggest number, then smallest, smaller, smallest. I think this exercise is clear to you. Students, try yourself at home, practice it. In the next video, I will explain the next exercise. Thank you.